Rip-roaring comeback on Anubis from 14-1 down. They picked up the win, and now they're a map up in the series. FaZe gonna have to have a bit of a change of heart here coming into this second map. They've got to dig deep. They've got to try and launch this one into a third, which will be Inferno if they can get us there. This quarterfinal spot on the line for these two squads. Let's get into Nuke. We've also swapped out Chad. We brought in Yanko.
Yeah, that game was really hype, so this one won't be as hype, so that's why I'm here instead of Chad. And FaZe, I mean, they had to eat a shit sandwich in that last map, so not going to be feeling great, but you can turn it around.
Let's see. No lead is guaranteed at this point in the series, we've learned, but things should be a little more par for the course. It's a fake out to vent, but they run out A late, and Jax on the A side will get one. Nice kills from back, but still going to be the plant for FaZe. 2 on 3. So who's come up from secret. Brokey already tucked it. Do they think it's B, Magisk? Got to come up all the way around, and that's allowed FaZe to take some space and take more kills.
Wait,
what's happening?
What is happening in this round?
Hello?
Wait,
Flanks
also,
on flanks.
yeah, so
Brokey's gone outside. They just left A open.
My God.
This is just mental shit right now.
This is crazy.
No
they tapped the bomb. No one's peeking yet, and there's Brokey with a swift tap. Carrigan, he might try and get a knife here. He certainly might, because he's just going to go for the safe play. Headshots him.
No funny business after that first map.
Yeah, fair play.
Throwing.
So.
No throwing allowed. So they get a post plant in a 2 on 3. One of them goes lobby to ramp to heaven. The other one goes lobby to outside to main. They leave A completely open in the post plant.
Yeah, that was a bit strange, but it works out.
Dude, in like an even odds round, a part of me kind of like...
It's crazy.
I kind of dig it because it's like, you know, that first tap on the bomb is usually just a tap. Okay! We got to see that from Carrigan's POV. Rain drops dead out in the yard to a Deagle through the smoke. Magisk now going to try and offer up some Deagle antics of his own, gets the spot, leaves ramp, and some FaZe up road.
And that was massive because they threw fast smokes outside, right? And Rain is the outside player, so that one kill really ruins the call, gives a lot of information to Vitality. You can see the adjustment from FaZe very quickly going out ramp, taking some control back, so they've managed to get some real estate back in return.
Vitality still have 2 lower though. FaZe going to have to walk into one of them. Magisk on the D. He hears every single step coming his way. 4 players right now. They need this kill. They've got a box so they can chase, and Twist will get that kill despite some good damage off the Deagle. Is it enough, however, to get Vitality involved? It might be for Apex. Makes that MP9 sing. 3 on 3. Plays with the door and goes back to the window looking for more. Ooh. Keeping the pressure on. If he goes through, though, there's a crossfire. FaZe haven't even planted yet. They're waiting for this contact. They're waiting for the kills. Will they get them?
Oh! Only the dink, and they do commit to that plant. ZywOo, 1 bullet would do it. But they sail past the players in the site, and he's dealt with by Carrigan. Low HP on this close door player, but as it swings, Spinks only able to find one of them.
Apex should have had that kill.
Yeah, we'll get the conversion. Rough way for it to go, considering how the round starts, considering that if you're Vitality, you probably felt like you had a bit of a ways in there, especially when you catch them planting the bomb as you swing the door open. Some uncharacteristic misses, rather. I just put 2 words together.
And here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, a horrible loss for FaZe being 14-1 up on T side of Anubis, right, to lose in overtime. But if they're 5-0 up on T side of Nuke, that's not going to be a factor anymore, right? Like, things change. They have momentum again. It's their map pick.
Yeah.
And they still have Inferno as the third, which is a really good map for them. So, you know, if they end up winning the series, yeah, it sucks that you lost that first map, but will anyone care? Not really.
Yeah, and I think, you know, even though Anubis is definitely T-side right now, it's not been out long enough that you have things that you can fall back and rely on, right? Like, even if FaZe are facing a comeback on Nuke, they're going to have plenty of tricks in their pocket, plenty of round openers to try and shut it out.
Well, more importantly, they'll have more plays available to them, right? Like, on Anubis, it's just difficult on the CT side sometimes to make plays. Not saying that, you know, you should only win one round and that being a half buy. But yeah, absolutely going to feel more comfortable on Nuke, even if things start going south in sub point.
Broky's just chasing, or Rops rather, with a back 10. Brokey already was down the vent, and he will meet up with Rops and collapse upon the last two.
Hello.
Nice, easy round for FaZe. 3-0, making money.
Right, so I just received a message from Chad, Hugo, and this applies to you.
Oh.
Apparently, me and you are on a team versus him and Alex in a game of what happened, or what did I just watch, or whatever we called it. For this map or series, I don't know.
Well, okay, let's hopefully discount the first 3 rounds.
Why would we do that?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. I wasn't
Well,
here.
good thing I was. I know everything that happens. So all the main, the
fine.
big fixtures.
All right.
Here we are, Vitality with the investment back in. They are lacking the AWP. That's all well and good. Oh, he's right at home with the rifle here. Crossing outside, FaZe have got the smokes running this bonus round. The MAC-10 in that pack. Spinks already down the vent.
Nice.
Here's them moving by him. That Molly going to force him to fight, but they think that that would have freed up the vents. They go back and deal with him. ZywOo from ramp gets involved. As this lower play grinds to a bit of a halt, FaZe don't need to force the issue into the site just yet. They can take a moment here, see if something comes to them.
If only Ray knew how blind that flash got Apex, he could have chased that kill. He didn't want to take an unfavorable duel.
And yeah, they're just giving space for Robs to play. You know, he's the lobby player, so maybe in this sort of a situation, Vitality is expecting him to come ramp or to sneak outdoor or hut, but he's coming outside. But there's also space for Vitality to play. We can see Apex might have found himself nice little timing, a lot of information, right? Let's see if Vitality can salvage this round.
Clearing everything they can, but FaZe walking back into main, and Jax's timings, checking Heaven Hut, everything. One of them has now been taken by ZywOo off of the ramp push. Brokey's walking in, and now it's going to be announced by FaZe as they roll out into this site. 25 on the clock, Jax, quick kill, and he buys time for ZywOo to get one on the cross. This is getting awkward now. We need that Heaven flank. Jax checks for it, but not at the right time. ZywOo needs to trade. Oh, it's messy. Neither will die, and ZywOo just being a nuisance. Living here is such a problem, but oh, how does he win that kill? Burns in a molly, Brokey falls at the end, and Vitality pick up that round.
Yeah, it's always, you know, there's always 2 ways to go about it. In a 4v3 for FaZe, they decide to slow it down, give some time for Robs to flank and to make a play. In the end, they sort of outmaneuver themselves. Rob's obviously expecting someone to come back from ramp under Heaven, right? That's why he's a little bit delayed to go up and help his teammates. And in the end, that's all the space that Vitality needed to get the kills. So super important round for them. FaZe now, 4 AKs, AWP, a much better buy.
So we're already out-fragging his CT side of Anubis. It's
Can you
worth
leave your
noting.
phone, bro? Are you checking Twitter now?
Yeah.
Harry, is this game not like...
I gotta prepare. I'm doing a whole thing, a whole quiz, Yanko.
See, ZywOo got 2 kills, you didn't even say anything.
No, well, I was replying
You see
to
the
you.
stick
All
flash
right,
from Apex?
Here we are. Look at this, right? Brokey, check this out. I'll cast this one. Twist with the trade.
Thank you. You're going to do your job now?
Yeah, Magic's dead. Rob's playing around on top of the silo. Really makes you think, don't it? What can he see from up here? The world's his oyster. Twists going back and they go grab the bomb. Vitality.
Ooh.
They've lost Apex over towards outside. FaZe trying to find a way back in to a round that looked done. Vitality probably thought they'd put this one to bed.
This is nice lobby aggression timing, but it's not going to matter. Twist goes all the way outside. The only guaranteed routing, the only safe routing. Meanwhile, Spinks is going to clear ramp. They want to head B, but that bomb is going to be very late right now. Will it end up going main? Well, it doesn't matter because ZywOo's won that lower fight. So Twist will have to just pick a spot on his own. Is this really going to be the angle he clears? 15 seconds tucked in at the back of the site, and Twist looks onwards, but not in the right place. 2 rounds for Vitality. They keep 3 up. They make some money. ZywOo started this map far stronger than the previous. And FaZe are going to have to dig a little deeper than that.
really important round for Vitality to win. Obviously a reset round. Only one player left alive from the previous one. And that's a great just little flash play from Apex and Zywo on Yard.
And even though I think FaZe are a very resilient team that, you know, as you've put, Yanko are not going to be broken, you know, coming into their comfort map. But on the flip side, what does it do to you to win a game like that mentally for Vitality? You know, we're seeing Apex's reaction.
This is the same Vitality, I mean, not the same, because Jax is standing in, but this is the Vitality team that dropped a 12-0 lead, was it, on Overpass, a 13-2 half against Liquid in the playoffs of Katowice, right? So from falling apart just a couple of weeks ago completely on stage to mounting a 14-1 comeback, it's really impressive for them, and I think they'll be thrilled. Even if they lose this series, they'll be very happy about the fact that they didn't give up, that they managed to do that. I think it will help their, you know, confidence the next time they're down, whether it's 12-3 or whatever. You know, it will be, hey, we've done this before. Let's just keep believing.
Maybe
let's keep going.
Might even be able to boost them in this game as well, and that would be quite a 2-0 if Vitality can find it. Right now, things are going swimmingly against the Ecos, and Vitality have to go into another gun round.
And yeah, you know, for someone like FaZe, obviously, it probably will shake your confidence a little bit. I think that might be what we've seen in the first two gun rounds, or actually in the first gun round, really, you know, with some hesitation, potentially, in terms of how they want to finish the round. So we'll see if they have the ability to bounce back now. Still very early in this game.
Lots of upper util very quick. And FaZe actually going to execute with this, though. Twist looks into the hut for a pick, but that molly, it forces him forward, and the nade as well. He eats it, and he somehow lives to tell the tale. Trying to smoke his exit, gets spammed from the main side. Apex just fired a couple of bullets down his way. And a free AK to Jax.
Jax loves his AKs.
Can you blame him? Robs, a ramp pick would go a long way in a round like this when there's only a solo player. FaZe are causing a ruckus in the yard with smokes.
Oh, but there's the swing. Zywo even ready for the man on top of Silo. Rain was meant to get that trade. Gets knocked out of the round. Magisk on a deep angle in at the ramp.
I love this.
He's going to swing it a little bit later now. There is a man on the right-hand side as well. Magisk will get overran here, will get overwhelmed. That gives FaZe a bit of a path down towards B. Vitality do have Zywo down here quickly. He doubled up from Secret just moments ago. Swings open the double doors, but doesn't want to go down and give over the even odds 2v2 in the post plant. He's burnt down to 1. The molly's just tapped him. And Jax nearly sends him down the river, but there's Zywo with the trade through the smoke. Damage done back the other way, and Rops, things are heating up for him, forced out into the open. But he does make it work. Apex from ramp might end up having to be the hero here, arriving on the scene a little bit later. Rops has no idea where he is just yet, but this info will be about to get given over. Zywo dead at the door. The bullets land on Apex as well. He's whittled down, and there isn't time anymore. Apex has got to get this kill, and it won't come through. They did everything they could to make Rops uncomfortable there, mollying him out of dark, forcing him into a swing on the site. But he somehow finds a way in that 1v3.
Dude, they shut the door on him and he pre-aimed the hole. Like, I don't know how he even had that realization there was a hole in the door, saw it when he walked through, but he didn't even look to spam or go and open the door. He just went straight for that fight in that headshot angle. The guy's nuts, 1v3. And he played a great game on Anubis as well, at least in the first half.
And that's exactly what FaZe needed, right? A big play from one of the individuals to get the fire going again, but their buy is terrible. UMP on Kerrigan. And Deagle on Broken. He's dead now.
Well, not much of a loss in terms of weaponry, but Robs is running through the main smoke. I think he went for Vent there. He got lost in the source. 3 on 5, and the best gun gone. Down to a Galil and an Ump. Twist will have to be the hero. Otherwise, Vitality, who've barely taken a shred of damage, are coming right back in with an equalizer. And they're even going for more, Yanko.
Yeah, they're unhappy with the 5v3 advantage. Hugo, they want more. I think they should fall back now. All right, 1-for-1 trade. It's because they don't have any info yard, right? So even if you have a numbers advantage, that could be tricky. So they've been very proactive this half. We've seen the flash plays outside with Apex and Zywo in multiple gun rounds, working out really well for them. So they're playing with a lot of confidence. And I think you can see the preparation too. They're very aware of these explosions on A that FaZe has in their playbook. You can see the constant spams through doors, deep nades, deep incendiary grenades as well to sort of delay and make those hits very difficult for FaZe to execute. So I think, you know, you have to scrap that if you're Karrigan. You have to sort of forget about that play early on.
Yeah, I think it's very cool that Vitality are coming in looking this proactive and this confident, right? Because early on Anubis, when they were getting steamrolled by FaZe, I think one of the problems was like as time went on, they kind of moved away from being like super involved in the early round, trying to get much done there. It became a bit more passive, a bit more reserved in the bomb sites. And then that changed completely, if you remember, by the time we hit OT, right? Which isn't surprising considering they had to win 14 rounds in the second half to make that happen with no margin for error. But understandably, then when they got on the CT side, they were a lot more proactive. They were a lot more in your face with how they were playing. And that's carried over here onto Nuke. Karrigan.
They thought they cleared him.
He's found a really nice gap.
Spinks wide cleared. Oh, you're joking. Jax is holding
Jax,
that?
of course, just holding backside just in case. Just got to be safe at all times.
But it's not like he even knew because that other player didn't call it.
He had to have known, like, why would he hold that?
The other player wasn't even looking aware, though. It's crazy. They like had their knife out, they're walking to sight. I don't know. Because Spinks cleared that initially. Karrigan hit great timing. Rops is just trying to do damage on the way out. But that is madness for Jax. Looking like a very capable piece. And I mean, even after his tenure with Vitality, I really hope we do see Jax back in another roster. Right now he's benched on Heat, French team, if you're unaware. But obviously it came from G2. So they found some upgrades. This guy has always been a very capable entry player on T-sides. It's nice to see him proving himself here.
It feels something weird, like with the French scene, you know. I also noticed, yeah, here it is. You know, you can see the X-ray. He's just holding that angle.
That's mad.
I'm sure, you know, I don't know who the other guy on A was, but he might have like seen him, and then he's just like, hey,
he didn't even need to call it. He knew
hold this, and I'll go on top of that. I don't know, but yeah, for the French, they made this shuffle a month after the player break was over or something like that. You know, you would think that you make the changes during the player breaks, you come into the season fresh and you have plenty of time to prepare for the qualifiers, for the RMR, considering the major is in France. So yeah, it feels like there is a team that could be made there. You know, you have Falcons and Heat as kind of the two big names outside of Vitality, who's not even majority French anymore.
Oh, Karrigan, he's dropping a quick smoke to put out the molly, but the molly lands really shallow, so it won't do a thing. It's delayed the hit for FaZe, and Jax finds two for the backside. He can't get back to safety, though. 2 on 3, FaZe are in A for now.
Yeah, they found a bit of room here, a bit of a chance for FaZe, but what do they want to do? No vent drop, they molly out Heaven instead and look to get this plant on the upper bomb site. They might have to take main here. Smoke in the way, ZywOo on the other side, and Karrigan's displaced down the vent. Rops out in the site all alone, and Karrigan, he's trying to get sneaky with this. He's trying to wrap back in a main late, but they're already on the bomb. They have the one player without a kit defusing, but luckily enough, Karrigan,
I think he knows, you know.
Still slowly making his way in. This one is a done deal, and so there's the retake for Vitality. That smoke from Karrigan's cool. It's like almost a spin on the Regin smoke, right? Which was obviously the coach of Karrigan at one point back in that Mouse squad. You know, they used to throw the one in as you run to Hut that like extinguishes the molly for Hut. That one I think maybe serves the double purpose of like if it's a deep Hut Molotov, it puts it out. But I imagine it also impacts mollying the door. Because it's clipping through the wall, right? Yeah. So I really, unless you throw it shallow at the vent, which a lot of people do, but if you accidentally throw in a deep door molly, it won't go off.
Well, they still want to pop A. They're loving this top site right now. It's not loving them back, though. Jax's anti-flash at the start. There's a second one they get into main. That one is purposeful. That's not a misrouting for FaZe. They put Rops in a very powerful position right now. Oh.
And ZywOo will just go and check for it just to be safe. Dude, Vitality are always aware. We'll say that much. Brokey in the door. But Jax, this isn't the corner. You're not touching a wall. You're touching Jax. And that chiseled chest. Here he is. Quick kill in the doorway. Spink's still alive in the site. 2 players tagged up. And Magis getting aggro in on the ramp side. FaZe are getting boxed in.
Oh, if Magis keeps going, he might not just because of the position they have, but this is such big information that FaZe are resetting outside. And I think at this point, you probably realize it if you're Vitality, this is a possibility. ZywOo needs to pick a spot, though. He's trying to play for 3 things at once. He will sit back and cover the main cross. This should be a main smoke, or is it, no, this event smoke, rather, in through the windows in A. And so they're going to walk main, but ZywOo doesn't look aware. He's going to swing, and both kills on a plate. Just Karrigan now, and not for long. Vitality, very proactive stuff on the CT side. They're shutting down the A plays, and FaZe is getting a little bit lost on these door hits.
Yeah, they keep forcing it a little bit. It seems like Vitality is ready for it. Also, the rounds are a little bit awkward. You know, like Robs sneaks out through the smoke, think he has good timing. I don't think ZywOo is necessarily ready for it. He's just, you know, as he's falling back,
like as
he sees him at the right moment. But I think a timeout is needed for FaZe. Like, you have to realize that ZywOo was playing with a rifle this whole time. Just go yard. Put more pressure on yard. You know, like, yeah, he's a good player, even with a rifle, but you can either get the op on Brokey or just send Twist and Rain outside and let them fight it out, right? I mean, they're very capable of winning aim duels, so... But we'll see. Now with the half-buy, obviously, an A hit is one of the more... one of the better ways for you to win the round.
They're just running out as well. Apex cleared the smokes. He pushed through. He knew it was an A-take, so the numbers are still here. Jax, again, at the back of the site, has been putting on a show in these rounds, and right now it's only Robs, but 1 kill deep. He's already won a 1v3 this map.
Yeah, 2 to find. They're both crossing into the heart. Nice reposition here, right, to play this trade game. They're taking lobby away. Rob seems aware that this is a possibility. They don't know about Magis because that's second man. They've wrapped through the door. Jack should be the one making first contact here. He's the known player, and now Rops looks away. This gives Magis even more room, and there he is with the backstab.
The reason he's looking at Heaven as well is because Magis was already spotted Heaven, and he is that ramp player. That's his safest rotation, but he dropped in as soon as they got into that 3-on-1 so he could flank with Jax. It's really nice to see Vitality not respecting FaZe in the slightest. Worth noting, I think the A play was a bit early there, but it didn't matter anyway, because as soon as a triple wall of smokes came down, Apex just ran through with no flash. He just swings the smoke. He goes, outside's clear, get ready A. And I feel like I haven't seen Jax have an A round without getting 2 kills. Here's the AWP. What a start as well. Goes all the way in.
And that's great time to pick it up, right? Like, you played a lot of rounds with the rifle. Maybe FaZe doesn't expect it. And also, he doesn't even go yard. He goes ramp, finds an entry kill, now repositions. Another difficult round for FaZe to crack. They still have smokes for outside, though.
Oh, missed shot for ZywOo. So they will start to make it on over towards red. Rain left here alone. Usually you'd have faith in him left outside solo, but he's had a very rough go at it to open up this map. So you're hoping this is where he can start his redemption arc.
I mean, even in the second round, he just gets...
Yeah, right, actually, the Deagle shot.
With the Deagle.
I really wish you didn't remind me
You
of
sort
that
of get a feeling for how the game is going to go for you when that happens.
Oh, and now the double ramp just in time. ZywOo scope from hell, missed shot. He is blind, but Magisk will hold the line, and that has pushed FaZe back again uncomfortably into the lobby. Even though Rain's B, they can't meet him unless they can get down the vent. That's the goal.
Oh, the molly.
They don't. Oh, he gets 1 for 1, and Karrigan double dinked on the drop.
Jax just dinked him twice through the lip of the vent. They get into the site, but looking the wrong way. Magisk finds Rain out in the open. And Karrigan so low that Molly forces a fight, forces a swing. Magisk keeping up appearances right now. This is getting scary. Let's be real. Over at ramp, you've got Magisk with support from ZywOo. That's pretty scary with the sort of games these guys are having. Then on the A site, you've got Jax, who, as Hugo was just crediting, feels like he's multi-killing in a lot of these A rounds. ZywOo is springing up all across the map. Now with the AWP in tow, this is a very convincing CT look for Vitality. Vitality.
Yanko, what read do you think FaZe have? Because we've already talked about the incessant A attacks, but just the sheer lack of outside control rounds, even though Rain's sometimes been there with the wall of smokes, we've not actually seen FaZe like do a round to condition Vitality. Like, we're going to go secret with numbers. We're going to take Yard with more than one player, and so Vitality have no reason to either pre-rotate B off of spawn or actually play a Yard round. Sure, we had that 1 or 2 flash ZywOo rounds, but other than that, it's been lackadaisical outside.
I think it might be something that comes down to preparation and what they've seen from Vitality, right? Maybe they feel like Vitality has a lot of plays outside and they put a lot of focus on it, so they can just try to keep them Yard with fast smokes and hit A. But whatever it is, it's not really working out for FaZe. They haven't found a lot of success, and I think what you can do is like maybe pack up a little bit more, right? Go Yard, but go with 4 players. Have Robs play a really defensive lurk where he can, you know, punish. If the reaction from the CT is to push lobby, he can get a kill and stay alive. You stretch the defense, you get some extra information, right? You put the pressure on them to make plays, and then you just hold. You just freeze, wait for their re-aggression, and punish that too.
Oh, that's big.
That's very much welcome.
Yeah, and it's actually a pack, like you say. It's 3 outside for FaZe, moving down secret with the bomb. This is the round they need if they want to make this T side redeemable. Trying to keep the pressure on top site, but.
And here, I think you just want to wait for Vitality to re-push, right? That's what they've been doing a lot, even with the man advantage. So you have a lot of time left. If you're FaZe, you can spend like 15 seconds just sort of waiting or throw some utility and wait. And there it is. Like Jax tries to re-push to get information.
Oh, they need that trade.
Okay. All right, Rain, here we go. This could be a round for him. There's a very important trade down at lower. Gets rid of that 1 rotate. Now they're looking to come up the vents. Jax is on top of the hut. Surely not. Brokey will decide against it. This bomb down at lower, but they're split 2-2, and they don't have a way to make life uncomfortable for this top hut player.
There's a molly on Twist, but he would have to go all the way back. There's only 30 seconds. And this is a little bit reminiscent of the first gun round where they were trying to figure out how they want to finish.
Silent drop for ZywOo. He knows it's coming.
Oh, a bit of a team flash. Jax gets 1. That's the bomb. ZywOo with another. They now realize they're walking into 2 men. Walking into the more well-defended site, and ZywOo walks it over the line.
Dude, he's so
Silent
sick.
drop in, but loud from the moment he arrives.
3 kills from the backside AWP. I mean, you could tell, you could see that happening for FaZe. They were really trying to fake out lower, but Vitality were not biting. And again, that silent drop is an important note. It means FaZe don't know the AWP is here, and that is a very difficult movement piece to do for ZywOo. He's got all the tricks in the trade, and they've got 10 rounds on the CT side.
2 4v3s, rough 4v3s that FaZe loses in this half. The reset round, and now this last one as well.
Carrigan tries a quick drop. They're just going back to A. It hasn't worked. They need to fix it. Twist could have fixed it, but he's